In any fandom, there are going to be takes that are more popular and takes that are less popular. And the less popular takes are usually called hot takes. I made a video before on 21 Pilots hot takes that you guys wrote for me. And in that video's comment section, I asked you guys to write more hot takes. So I will be taking comments from the original post and comments from my first video to make 21 Pilots hot takes part 2. Let's just get into this one. Sorry if I butcher any of your names, by the way. From Johan Van Tassel, we have, if you have to listen to a song over and over again to like it, it's probably not that good of a song, and you're just a huge fan of the band and want to like everything they make. I felt like this for most of Clancy. I think the only song off of Clancy that I actually think makes mature and consistent musical choices is Next Semester. Okay, a lot to unpack here. I get where you're coming from in the sense that you don't have to like every single song of a band that you like. A lot of the time, I'll post a ranking or I'll say I don't like a particular 21 Pilots song and people will call me a fake fan for not thinking every single one of their songs is amazing. If you go into the 21 Pilots Discord and you say you don't like a song, you get crucified, even if that song is objectively not that good. But on the other hand, with your take, you're saying that it doesn't take time to sleep on a song, it doesn't take time to listen to a song over and over again. If you don't like it at first, you shouldn't like it as time goes on. And I don't agree. I think that opinions change over time, whether that's a day, whether that's a month, whether that's a year. There's songs that I used to not like very much that I like now. Some of that happened very quickly, some of it happened very slowly. And if you take into account opinions or experiences in general, a lot of the time you don't know how you feel about anything when it first happens to you. Sometimes you need to sleep on it. Sometimes you need time to reflect over a year, a month, a week, a day, whatever you need. So I think that overall, any experience in life, anything that you are consuming, takes time to really think about and adjust to and understand to form a full opinion on. But thank you, Johan, for your hot take. The next hot take is from Do More Music, a huge commenter and fan of the channel. Their hot take is that Fake You Out is a better screen. And I wrote, I can't even make sense of what this means. It's definitely going to be in the next hot takes video. Because Fake You Out is about, wanting to fake your emotions so that people don't see how you actually feel. And then Tyler's going along and telling them how he actually feels, but how he kind of masks that. Whereas Screen, he's saying, I'm doing all these things in front of you. Of course you see how I feel because there's a screen on my chest. I'm pretty much projecting these things outwards even when I don't mean to. And I guess in some way, they're sort of talking about his feelings and how people perceive them and what's going along with those. But one, Fake You Out and Screen don't sound similar whatsoever. And two, they do have kind of different meanings in their lyricism. So while I like Fake You Out more as a song than Screen, I wouldn't call it a better screen because I wouldn't really correlate those two together. But people in the comments, let me know, what do you take from these two songs? Are they more similar than I'm letting on? Do I not understand them the way I should? Yeah, but thank you, Do More Music, for your hot takes. All right, from Buckeyes Fan 487, Cut My Lip is by far their worst song. The lyrics are so repetitive and drawn out, and that whole I don't mind at all part makes me cringe so hard. That and Smithereens are the only not great songs in Trench. No Cut My Lip slander, no Smithereens slander. These are both great songs. I get it. I did not like Cut My Lip at first for the first 2 years, from 2018 to 2020. But now, Cut My Lip is my second favorite 21 Pilots song of all time. As someone who has been in turmoil with addiction, Cut My Lip and Vignette are two songs that are in my top 5 due to the subject matter, but also sounding amazing. Tyler has so much passion in his voice in Cut My Lip, and what he's talking about is so real. I understand that Cut My Lip is a little drawn out and repetitive because there's not many lyrics. I think honestly the lyric book for Trench like has Cut My Lip with the least amount of lyrics, which I get it. It's a 4-minute song. It can feel very repetitive, but a lot of 21 Pilots songs are repetitive. You know, Ride's very repetitive. That one's popular. There's a lot of 21 Pilots songs that are very repetitive. But Cut My Lip speaks to me on such a personal level with the addiction themes, as well as it relating back to lore, because it's about how Tyler keeps on going back to Dima even though he doesn't want to, and they abuse him and stuff like that. And his passion, again, in his voice, awesome. The sound of it, I love the reggae mixed with the dirty bass that was present in Jumpsuit and My Blood earlier on the album. I also absolutely love the bridge and the falsetto. I love the I don't mind at all, I'll lean on my pride, lead on my pride, I'm a lion part. Because one, I see it kind of as a double entendre, like he's gonna lean on other people because he's lying about what he's going through with the addiction. But at the same time, he's also saying, I'm a lion, and pride, like a pride is a gang of lions, and he needs to lean on other people to help with his addiction. I don't know, man. Cut My Lip is peak. I will not take this slander. Smithereens is also peak. It is the best Jenna song. It sounds so good. And the only part of that song that I'm kind of like with is that Tyler's talking about his weight. But besides that, like, both of these are S tier songs for me. Thanks for your hot take, but respectfully, no.
What's up, guys? Benyan here, your favorite deadbeat YouTuber. Next take is from Olivia Fagin, and she actually has 3 takes. 1. Their biggest hits are some of their best songs, and people only dislike them because they're popular. I'ma go semi-valid on this one. I don't agree completely though. Let's take a look at their top 3 songs. Stressed Out is amazing, wonderful song, but like it's nowhere near most Trench or Clancy songs if I'm being real. I also personally really like Heathens, although I do see many people hate on it, but that's mostly due to the fact that the lyrics are a bit corny. And then we have Ride, and that song is straight ass. The song is devoid of any emotion. It sounds like 10 different people produced his voice, and they put all those 10 productions together because those voice effects sound so fucking horrid. So I see what you mean, there are some bangers, but nonetheless, most of the way less popular stuff is way better. 2. Tyler's addiction/issues are his business and we shouldn't pry. I mean, yeah, for me this one is pretty much just a no-brainer. It's always not a good look to be parasocial, and this specific instance does come off as quite parasocial. Although I do get why people would want to try and figure it out when he literally sings about it in his songs. So I mean, I'm not really judging too hard. 3. We need more songs about God and family explicitly. I love how vague he is in a lot of ways, because you can apply them to your own life even if you're not a believer. I completely disagree with this, but that's mainly because of different viewpoints. I'm not religious at all, I'm agnostic, and I think that Tyler being vague in his lyrics are what makes those lyrics so good. Because when you listen to them, they can be understood in so many ways. Both ways in your own life, religious ways, and even understood as part of the law. I think that is way more impressive writing than directly referencing God. I'm not saying I'd be mad if they made a direct gospel-esque album. I mean, one of my favorite albums of all time has gospel songs on it, but I like the way Tyler is telling his stories right now. Thank you, Olivia, for the takes, and thank you, Randy, for having me on today. Mwah!
From Cole K. Buxton, we have hot take, Level of Concern is the perfect mid song that 21 Pilots has, meaning that when I'm making a tier list, it is a perfect middle ground, and I make a tier list based on how much better or worse it is than Level of Concern. Okay, very interesting. Level of Concern, honestly, is one that I forget about a lot, and while I wouldn't put it in C tier, I would put it in B tier. I still think that would round out kind of the middle of my list. And Level of Concern is a very base 21 Pilots song. It has stuff that ages poorly, like the My Little Quarantine part. It has stuff that's very good and that influenced some of Scaled and Icy stuff with the guitar and with sort of the whole dance vibe feel of the song, you know, that kind of went along for Scaled and Icy. I think it pretty much inspired Scaled and Icy to sound the way it does. But I get what you're saying, because it's a song that's hard to go back to unless you want to feel nostalgic for COVID, and a lot of people don't really want to. So yeah, you know what? This is a hot take that I can get behind, and thanks for commenting it. From Elias-VN5YV, we have Blurryface is only hated by people who like critiquing the popular stuff to seem unique. Nope, not true. Blurryface has the worst production of any 21 Pilots album besides Regional at best, and that is an objective fact. There are so many songs on here that sound like they were produced by like 50 different people at once, because they were. The lyrics here are also not that good. I can name one bad lyric from every Blurryface song, and certain songs, I think the whole lyricism of them are just bad, immature, and have aged like milk. And it has nothing to do with Blurryface being the most popular. I don't like Regional at best, and that's arguably the least popular because a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people don't know it exists. So you can't go and say that people don't like Blurryface because it's popular. While that may be true about certain songs like Stressed Out, I don't really think that you can excuse Blurryface's poorly made quality based on it being popular and people wanting to go like against the grain. I just completely disagree there. From Caden the Wolf, Caden cameo, let's go. We got Heathen/Trees from the live stream is a top 5 top song. I agree. I mean, I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but it's definitely an S tier top 25 21 Pilots song. I genuinely believe that these two versions of these songs are the best versions of these songs. Hearing Heathens in this way, as a ballad on the ukulele that's very emotional, just hits in a different way than the studio version, because this is a song for the clique, about the clique, and when it's in a more emotional tone, it really feels more genuine coming from Tyler, talking about us, talking about the fans. Trees also, like, having it mixed with Heathens is such an inspired choice because of the way they kind of go together in portraying certain messages. But hearing Trees in this broken down ukulele emotional way with the strings building in the background, just, oh my God, man, this is a peak version of this song. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. But thank you, Caden, for your hot take. From Profa1775, I absolutely love the Mutemath sessions and think they're better than the originals. Okay, I can kind of get behind this. I think the Mutemath production is far better than any production on Blurryface. I think that the Lane Boy version of Mutemath, probably my favorite version of Lane Boy, in leagues better than the version on the album. I also think that the Heathens version is probably better than the original, and the Tear in My Heart one I do like more than the original as well. Ride, kind of iffy. Heavy Dirty Soul, definitely not, but I think they're good in their own right. I never really go back to them to listen to them because there are certain points in a lot of live Blurryface era things where Tyler just doesn't have the best voice, whether it's shot or whether he's singing with a sort of weird accent. I just don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the live recordings of stuff after Trench. You know, from Trench to now Breach, all the live versions of songs that Tyler does are amazing. His voice sounds absolutely amazing. But back in the Blurryface era, there's just something about it that throws me off. But overall, I kind of agree with you here, but at the same time, I'm a little iffy on it. But thank you for your hot take. From JO0KS, we have the Breach cover art and promotional images don't present the Pilots well. Josh and Tyler look goofy. Okay, I don't agree here. Tyler looks, you know, a little bit baby girl. He looks like his waist is snatched and he looks very skinny, but you know, that's just kind of how Tyler looks all the time. Josh is looking good. I don't know. I think for a heavier album and the last album in the lore, of course they're going to be wearing outfits that are goofy and like not normal, But I don't know. I love the eyeliner on Josh. I love his hair. I love the underneath part that's red. I love Tyler's Clancy mask. I love his new getup. I actually think I like it more than the original jumpsuit with the yellow tape and the Clancy one with the red tape. I just love how he's kind of like, now he's branded as Clancy with the 2 stripes rather than it being tape. I don't know. I really like the Breach aesthetic so far. I don't know if I like it as much as Trench, Scaled and Icy, or even Clancy, but we haven't gotten many promotional images so far. Thanks for your hot take though. Last but not least, I have 2 from HF Merch. First one, excluding live stream, no song from Trench is in my top 10. The only other album with the same stat is Regional at best. However, Trench still is my favorite album. This is interesting to me because while I don't agree and I have many, many Trench songs in my top 10, I do tend to go back to Trench songs less often than a lot of other albums from 21 Pilots besides Blurryface and Regional at best because I don't really go back to those that much. But for some reason, I find Trench very sacred. It's my favorite album of all time. I think most of the songs, if not all of the songs on there, are S tier 10 out of 10 songs. And when I go to listen to Trench, I usually want to do it in a full album experience, and I don't want to listen to these songs too much just for some weird like sacred reason. I don't know. So while I don't understand not putting them in your top 10 if it's your favorite album, I do understand not wanting to go back to listen to them so much because the album feels sort of sacred to you. That sounds so stupid when I'm saying it out loud because of course if I love these songs I'm gonna want to listen to them over and over, but I did so much that like it's not that I don't want to have them get stale. It's just that when I listen to Trench, I'm like, man, I want to listen to like every song, and I don't have time for that all the time. So I don't know. The next one from you is that Scaled and Icy would be the best era if I was deaf, meaning visually, like peak music videos, CGI Dragon, Ned, the album art, and the logo. I completely agree here. Scaled and Icy, for me, has the best aesthetic out of any 21 Pilots album. I love the blue and pink color combination. It's probably my favorite color combination of all time. I absolutely love the bright colors. I love Tyler with the long hair, but I also love him with the dyed pink hair and even the weird like frosted tips. He looks very good. I like how Josh looks uncomfortable most of the time because he's not there. He's being controlled. I love the logo. I love how it's the East is Up logo, but taken for different reasons. I love how because it's propaganda, Tyler and Josh are on the opposite sides. I just love how this era looks so much. And going to the concerts, you know, for the Trench era, seeing everybody in the camo and the yellow and green, and then going to the Scale and Icy era shows where it was like, you know, a rainbow vomited all over the place. It was awesome. I absolutely love the aesthetic of the Scale and Icy era. I love the storyline of the Scale and Icy era. And honestly, it's going to be an era that I cherish forever. And I wish it was longer than it was. But yeah, I think that is all the hot takes that I have for this video today. Thank you to everybody who submitted hot takes for this. Maybe I'll do a part 3 if there's enough comments here. I don't want to keep going back to the old ones because, you know, your guys' hot takes might change, and as Breach comes out, there might be even more hot takes that I disagree with. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon, and yeah, let me know what you thought of this.